Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mahar Arena as we present to you this matchup in Concordia women's hockey as they face off against the Bishop's Gators. It is Pride Night here at Mahar Arena. Thank you all for joining us on this Friday evening. Myself joined with Oliver Richmond. One team tries to continue to be on a roll, while the other one tries to get back from a disappointing weekend last week. Oliver, let's start off with Concordia. 8 straight wins since last year, we could say, with the 2025-2026 calendar. They try to continue their role tonight against Bishops.
Yeah, Concordia's looked absolutely unreal as a hockey team, playing together every single game, and they just continue to ride that streak. Like you said, Max, they look like a team that is unbeatable. Number 2 in Canada at the moment in U Sports women's hockey. Then on the other side of the ice, you got Bishops, the team that has pushed Concordia to the limits every single game they've played each other so far this season. But the last few weeks struggling for sure, losing 2 games at McGill last weekend. So looking to find their footing yet again. Still sitting at second in the RSEQ, but they know they'd like to see that record improve tonight.
Starting lineup being presented for the Bishop's Gators. It goes as follows. It's Erika Gagnon that is in net. Regan Garo and Savannah Cianci are the starting defenders. And at the forwards, it is going to be Anne-Sophie Bertrand, Gabrielle Santerre, and Justine Turcotte. For Concordia, it is Jordan Verbeek that will be starting. No surprise there for the Concordia Stingers. Also, no surprise, will be the first line of Emilie Lucie, Jessimo Drapeau, and Zoe Thibault. The starting 5. We'll see who the starting defenders will be, as head coach Julie Chu likes to mix it a tiny bit up. We've seen Emilie Lavoie and Angélique Jobin. Sometimes it could be Béatrice Caron, Emilie Lavoie. So we'll get the official starting 5 as we speak. So Jordan Verbeek will be introduced as the starting goalie, and then we'll get the rest of the top line to start off. So there is Jordan Verbeek. You can see on the ice the players wearing some special stick tapes on their blades, some rainbow colored on this Pride Night, and it's confirmed it will be Angélique Jobin along with Emilie Lavoie, the defensive combo to start off this evening. Something that's reliable, and Jobin in her first year with Concordia has shown a lot of offensive promise, Oliver.
100%. She's been very solid. Obviously a good surprise for Julie Chu on the defensive end. You're getting first years. You don't expect them to obviously perform at their highest because, you know, you want to train them and get them to their best possible. But she's been obviously solid on defense, doing what she does best, but also showing, especially recently, a lot of offensive upside, definitely pinching in on the forecheck a lot more.
As both teams at center ice will be getting the ceremonial puck drop momentarily on this Pride Night at Mahar Arena. Let's start with some keys of the game for this match this evening. Let's start off with the Bishop's Gators. Oliver, what do you want to see from the Gators this evening?
I'd love to see their defense get a little bit more involved. Their defense offensively doesn't really do much, not many scores. Their highest scoring defenseman is Daphne Boutin with 1 goal and 8 assists. So their defense definitely needs to get more involved offensively. They have a really good defensive side, but in a league like this with so much speed and so much offense, you need your defense to be involved as well.
Unfortunately, add insult to injury, that is Daphne Boutin not playing this evening for the Bishop's Gators, so their highest point getter on defense not available. Let's turn to the Concordia Stingers. Oliver, what do you want to see from Concordia?
You got to come out aggressive. You're going up against the team that takes the most penalties in the RSEQ. So you need to come out flying. You got to come out aggressive on the forecheck and make Bishop start taking penalties early. And especially with your Concordia, you have the best power play in the RSEQ. 14 for 42, sitting at 33%. So go out there, be aggressive, play fast, play like you know you can. Force Bishops to start making some mistakes and try and draw some penalties early on.
One thing we saw last week was discipline was an issue at Mahar Arena. 8 penalties taken by the Concordia Stingers against McGill last weekend. So something for sure that head coach Julie Chu will want to make sure that this does not happen again, as Gabrielle Santerre and Jessimo Drapeau get to center ice for the ceremonial puck drop. And speaking of Gabrielle Santerre, what a career she's had in her first 3 years already, sitting at 56 assists in her career already for the Bishop's Gators. 9 goals, 9 assists, 18 points this season. A high-scoring talent, and if Concordia gives up a penalty, someone to keep an eye on for the power play of the Gators.
100%. If you're going to be Concordia, like you said, you got to stay out of the penalty box. That was a big struggle. It kept McGill in the game last weekend. So you really got to stay disciplined, stay out of the penalty box. Coming into that game against McGill, they were the team that took the least amount of penalties in the RSEQ, but now they've climbed the ranks very quickly after that game.
Let's go to the national anthem and continue on our pre-game between Concordia and Bishops right after this. Let's get to the starting netminders for both sides. We start off with the Bishop Gators and Aller. It's Erika Gagnon.
Yeah, Erika Gagnon sitting at a 2.63 goal against average this season, a 907 save percentage, sitting at 500 on her win percentage, 4-4. She was in net last time these two teams faced each other at Place Belle. She was in net for the 2-1 loss in OT. What a heartbreaker of a game that was for Erika Gagnon. She made 36 saves, single-handedly keeping her team in that game, but just a wrister from Jobin, like we said, that offensive upside to beat her to win that game at Place Belle.
And on the other side for Concordia, she is looking for her 9th win of the season and her 33rd overall in her career. That's Jordan Verbeek.
Jordan Verbeek having an unreal season as per usual at a 1.5 goal against average and a 938 save percentage, doing a great job in net. And honestly, her defenders also helping her out a lot this season, only allowing 21.4 shots per game on net. So Jordan able to make some big saves when it matters.
Concordia look to keep on their winning ways. Meantime, Bishops want to get back on track. It's the Gators versus the Singers here at Ed Mahar Arena. Thank you all for joining us on this Friday evening on Pride Night here at Ed Mahar Arena. Face-off won by the Gators, and we are underway. It's Rigan Garo to dump it back in Concordia's zone. Jordan Verbeek with possession, knocks it around the boards. We'll find immediately Lucie. Lucie loses it between her skates, but get some help from Angélique Jobin. Jobin trying to get a pass off. Turcotte will block it, trying to pass it back in front. There to clear it is Emilie Lavoie. Garo keeps it in. Goes to Turcotte. Turcotte trying to go to the point, deflected by Drapeau, and Drapeau goes on a bit of a run, but cannot beat Rigan Garo. She'll get back possession for the Gators. Garo on the backhand will only find the stick of Lavoie. Lavoie will shoot it in front. It's blocked. It goes to Lucie. Lucie down low, trying to pass it across. Nobody home. Jobin back down low for Lucie. Lucie trying to go around a couple players. Puck will go to the Gators. Dumped away by Anne-Sophie Bertrand. But it'll go back to the Stingers. Emilie Lavoie with possession. Lavoie just dumps it in, goes straight to the glove of Gagnon. She'll knock it down and give it off for Savannah Cianci. Pelowick there on the forecheck. But moving up forward is Naomi Côté. Côté trying to go around Camille Richard, unsuccessful in that attempt. Puck dumped in. Getting to it is Frédéric Velpass. Trying to get on the forecheck, but cannot beat Noémie Fontaine. Goes back to Côté. Now to Cameron Johnson. Johnson shoots it in front, deflected by the stick of Lafrenière. Puck behind the net. Concordia and Bishops fighting for possession. Puck goes around the boards. Courtney Rice against Cameron Johnson. Rice on the check, gets knocked over. Puck will go down the ice. Icing waved off. It'll go to Jordan Laforme. Laforme for the Gators. Her pass will find Sandrine Chouinard. Chouinard on the left side, shoots it, will go across, does not hit goal. Bouchard dumps it in. Lavoie Trying to keep it. Clearing it away was Gaudreau, but it's kept back in by the Gators. Puck along the right side. Concordia trying to find a way out. It goes to Alexis Bidier. Bidier, backhand will find Parent. Will at least get to neutral ice. The puck will go to Marie-Catherine Mondou. Puck will get dumped in. Verbeek knocks it around the boards. It's Noémie Gaudreau with it. Gaudreau, pass it forward for Parent. Parent will just push it to the Gators' side. But Bishops recover immediately. Rosalie Bouchard dumps it in. Lavoie finds Beatrice Caron. Caron to Gaudreau. Loses the puck in her skates for a second. Will just dump it to the other side of the ice. Regan Garreau gets some help from Laramie to push it forward. But whistle will sound. And there's going to be too many players on the ice. Looks like it's going to be a penalty on Concordia, and that is the case. Annie Robinson was about to go to the box, and I believe she'll be the one taking it. It will be the case, so it's power play upcoming for the Bishop's Gators.
Max, we said Concordia needed to stay disciplined. We're not even 3 minutes into this hockey game, and they've already taken a penalty. Bishop's power play sitting 8 for 56, 14.3% on the season. So a huge opportunity for them to improve on that here tonight. And then on the other side, Concordia, 38 for 45 on the penalty kill, 84%, second in the RSAQ, only behind the Bishop Gators.
Face-off won by the Gators. It's Santerre with possession. The captain goes to Garreau. Garreau manages to keep it in. We'll find Justine Turcotte. Turcotte back to Garreau at the point. Now to Santerre. Santerre looking for a shot in front, blocked by Jobin. Puck into the right corner, can't get cleared. Santerre goes to Fontaine. Fontaine has to circle around a couple players. Puck deflected by Lucie, trying to chase after. Garreau there first, however. Garreau to Turcotte. Now to Santerre. Santerre working on the right side. Cuts in the middle. We'll go back to Turcotte. Turcotte inside. Can't find the pass. Pass will go to Bouchard. She'll shoot it. It was actually Emily Brassard, pardon me, that went for the shot, and the puck is finally cleared away by the Stingers.
Great job there by the Stingers. Those top two forwards, Drapeau and Lucie, love to stay aggressive on the penalty kill, and they did a great job there blocking some shots and getting the puck into the offensive zone.
Puck behind, brought in by Anne-Sophie Bertrand. Bertrand behind the net, circles around. Has to go around her teammate in Côté. Chouinard tries to dump it in, unsuccessful. Puck still loose around the boards. Now Palowick with possession. She'll go for a skate on the left side and dump it off the backhand. 48 seconds left on the power play. Palowick trying again to move forward, but the Gators have to reset in their own zone. Puck in the middle, deflected. Lafrenière will chase after it. Goes around Emilie Lavoie. Lafrenière's pass behind, only finds Rosalie Parent, and she'll manage to move it on out. It goes back to the Gators zone, but now it's Bidier on the forecheck, trying to keep possession. Goes around Côté. Still Bidier fighting for her in the left corner. Has the puck on her stick. Knocked into the boards. 20 seconds left on the power play for Bishops. Puck circles around. Camille Richard will get there first. Richard down low for Parent. Parent tempted to go around Anne-Sophie Bertrand. Will just knock herself into the right corner boards. Time will expire off the power play, and we'll be back to 5-on-5. And that third unit penalty kill for Concordia doing the job there, Oliver, and managed to kill off the final seconds.
An absolutely amazing job there. That all started with Palowick on the forecheck in the offensive zone. That allowed Rosalie Parent to also come down and help her.
And now we got an issue. Too many players on the ice, this time for the Gators. So easy come, easy go for Bishops, and Concordia now will have an opportunity on the power play coming up.
So not only do you get the momentum of killing your first power play of the game, now you get the opportunity to go on the power play, and when you have the best power play in the country at 33%, this is a huge opportunity to get on the board early on in the game.
And Sophie Bertrand will be the one to go to the box for the Gators. Just under 5 minutes gone by in this first period. Still no score, but a first power play opportunity upcoming here for Concordia. Lavoie wins the face-off. Puck goes around the boards, circling around. Jordan Laforme trying to clear it away. Turcotte gets the puck in her skates and falls over. Bidier trying to keep it. Turcotte trying to clear, unable to. Jobin with a long pass, cannot find Lavoie, and Cameron Johnson will be able to clear it down the ice.
You're saying about the offensive upside of Jobin. Now she gets the nod to be on the power play here to start it out for the Stingers.
Jobin, pass it to her left for Lavoie. Lavoie across the Drapeau. Jessimo Drapeau cuts in, shoots it, goes straight to the glove of Erika Gagnon. Comco collected is the Gators netminder. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off on her left side.
I can just see Lucier on the bench asking her coach to get out there on the opportunity on the power play. We saw a couple different lineups here early on the power play for the Stingers, maybe trying something out a little different, which is shocking because when you have a power play that's going so well, why would you change it? But also, you just killed off a penalty, so you got some tired bodies. You're going to have to change some things.
Face-off won by the Gators. Cleared down the ice by Marie-Catherine Mondoux. Caron chasing after it. As Fontaine chasing after. Now it's Caron with possession. We'll go to Thibault. Thibault to Richard. Camille Richard back to Thibault. Thibault backhander saved by Gagnon. It goes behind the net. Clearing attempt by the Gators goes only to the stick of Lucier. Lucier shoots it from the point. Saved by Gagnon. Rebound loose. We'll go to Rosalie Parent. She'll leave it off for Lucier. Lucier down low. Now to Parent. Parent back to Lucier. 50 seconds left on the power play. Lucier trying to go across for Thibault, but it's blocked and cleared to neutral ice.
Somebody that you don't want to get too much time with on the puck is Emilie Lucier if you're Bishops. A great job there, though, blocking the pass she was looking for. Parent on the opposite side of the crease.
And the puck will get cleared once again by the Gators, and they'll make some changes. So Concordia will have about 30 seconds left here on the power play. So one more attempt to get into the Gators zone before it expires. However, the pass cannot find a target. It goes back to Concordia's zone. Jabin goes off the boards, trying to find Lavoie, but it's intercepted. It's Amos with it. She'll backhand it, but won't find the stick of Jabin. 10 seconds left on the power play. Concordia will just have enough time to get in the Gators zone if they can. But the puck will get intercepted by Santerre. Now she'll have some room on the right side, but miscommunication with Avery Amos means it's an offside call, and we'll have a whistle with 2 seconds left on the power play for Concordia. So 0 for 1 for both sides here to start off this game.
Both of these penalty killing units showing why they're the first and second ranked teams in the RSEQ in that domain.
Face off won by Concordia. We're back to 5-on-5. McIntyre is it to Velpast. Now to Richard. Richard to Courtney Rice. Rice gonna go to Gaudreau. Gaudreau has to chase after it. Asianchi in front of her. She tries to pass it in front. Taken over by Regan Garreau. Garreau knocked in by Courtney Rice. It's Frédéric Velpas back with it. Now to McIntyre. McIntyre shoots it in front. It's blocked by Laramie. Chouinard dumps it away. They're going to say, they're going to wave off the icing actually. They'll say Richard could have gone to it. Gaudreau tries to flick it forward. Courtney Rice there to help. Two Concordia players, two Bishops players fighting for possession. Puck will go to the point. Now to the other side. Shot. Blocker saved by Verbeek. Puck up in the air. Trying to bat it away are the Stingers. And finally goes to Courtney Rice. Rice moves it up on the left. Trying to go around a couple players. Gets hit by Johnson. Her stick goes flying. She wants a call. Not going to get one. But now it goes to Kate Furlong. Furlong to the point for Robinson. Robinson down low one-timer. Can't get a shot correctly was Jabin. The puck will circle around the boards. Nonemaker manages to keep it in. Now Micoté chasing after with Jabin. Now Leroux can't get to it. Jabin chases. Jabin to Robinson. Robinson stepping back. We'll find Nonemaker. She'll try to push it out. Cameron Johnson there to block. It will go to neutral ice. Now Micoté against Robinson. Now Juliette Leroux there to help. The puck will go all the way back to Camille Marie-Bonhomme. The puck will get dumped away by the Gators as they'll make some changes. Robinson, long pass, hits the skate of Jabin. It goes to Brassard. Brassard to Chouinard. Chouinard to the point for Mondoux. Mondoux back down low for Chouinard. Has to fight against Robinson. Back to the point for Mondoux. Mondoux across from Marie-Bonhomme. Her shot saved by Jordan Verbeek. Puck in the left corner, now dumped around the other side. Lucier goes trying to get it around Mondoux, unsuccessful in that attempt. Puck will go to Camille Marie-Bonhomme. Now across to Mondoux. Her pass in the middle, intercepted by Concordia. It's Emilie Lucier with it. Lucier has some space in the middle. Wrist shot blocked in front. Beatrice Caron with it. Trying to pass it to Lucie, intercepted. That's Sophie Bertrand, pushes it to neutral ice, but her pass after that gets intercepted. Now just Simon Drapeau with it. Drapeau waits, pass it to Lucie. Lucie backhander, saved by Gagnon. Rebound goes behind the net. Passing back in front, nobody home. Lavoie to Lucie. Lucie shoots it in front, deflected, goes out of play, hits the top of the netting over the glass, and we'll have a whistle. And the first big save of the evening goes to Erika Gagnon.
You get the dynamic duo in what seems like a 2-on-1, 2-on-0 opportunity for Concordia, but Erika Gagnon shutting them down. A lovely tic-tac-toe play by Drapeau, and Lucier goes back to Lucier. She goes forehand, backhand, but a beautiful pad save by the Bishop's netminder.
Face off on the left side of Gagnon. Won by Concordia. Bidier trying to go to the point, but it's intercepted. It's Anne-Sophie Bertrand with it on the left side. Bertrand trying to go to Turcotte on a partial break, but the puck just outreaches her. And she'll pass it to Bertrand, back to Turcotte, behind the net, pass in front. Cannot find Santerre. And it's Bidier to recover for Concordia. Flicks it forward, hits a player in neutral ice. Now it goes to Turcotte. Turcotte trying to pass it, behind Bertrand, but it's intercepted by Bidier. Bidier goes around Cianci. Still Bidier with it on the backhand. Spins, goes to the point for Richard. Richard with space, shoots it in front, saved by Gagnon. No rebound given. Whistle sounds, and we'll have 9:32 left in the first period. Still no score.
Concordia finally starting to find their offense as they get their sixth shot of the first period. One thing Bishops did so well at that Place Belle, at the University Championship, the Women's Classic game at Place Belle, was they kept Concordia in their own zone. They forced them to make many turnovers and giveaways, and they did a great job on the forecheck. And Concordia is finally starting to break that early in this first period and starting to find some offensive opportunities.
Jordan Laforme backhands it around the boards. We'll find Fontaine. Fontaine has to work against the forecheck of Pelowick. Will find some space behind the net, but her pass to Côté intercepted by Richard. Now to Courtney Rice. Rice to McIntyre for the Stingers. McIntyre shoots it in front, deflected away by Pelowick. Pelowick knocked to the boards by Johnson. Whistle sounds, and that's going to be a penalty against the Gators. And a bonus shove by Courtney Rice after the fact. And they'll give the illegal check against Johnson. And it's a second power play opportunity coming up for Concordia.
Courtney Rice definitely known for protecting her teammates, and she sees her line mate get hit there along the boards. Bit of a push after the play. But another great opportunity for the Stingers as you've already got your second power play of the first period. Only still 9 minutes left. Not the best first attempt. Not many shots on net, so hopefully looking to improve on that.
Face off on the right side of Erika Gagnon. It's Zoe Thibault, Rosalie Parent, Emilie Lucie, Camille Richard, and Béatrice Caron on the ice for Concordia. Richard to Thibault. Thibault fans on her pass to get it back to Richard. The puck is behind the net. Marie Bonhomme with it, and she'll be able to dump it down the ice.
That's not a very good start there, Max. You win the face-off. You want to get the cycle going, get the puck moving, open up the shooting lanes, and unfortunately just fan on the pass. Can't get any opportunities going early.
Emilie Lucie on the right side. Stops. Now waits for her teammates to settle. Trying to pass it behind to Parent. Now goes to Thibault. Thibault backhander for Lucie. Lucie shoots it, gets deflected, it'll go behind the net. Parent back with it. Gets knocked off the puck, will go to Lucie. Lucie trying to backhand it, intercepted by Marie-Catherine Mondou. Puck still loose, cleared to the other side. Turcotte chases after it. Richard gets there first. Now goes to Lucie. Lucie on the backhand. Now goes to Richard. Richard working down low, trying to pass it back in front. Can't find the stick of Pelowick, and it's cleared down the ice.
Pelowick came racing off the bench, and a great job there by Camille Richard, someone who we've also seen taking a lot more of an offensive role in the year of 2026. She drives down to the net, finds Pelowick, but a great job by the Bishop's defender to clear it.
Béatrice Caron with it. Will go across for Drapeau. Concordia's captain goes around Cianci. The puck goes down low. Regan Garot will meet her. Now puck circles to the point for Jabin. Jabin back down low for Drapeau. Back to the top of the point for Jabin. Now to Lavoie. Lavoie passes it to Drapeau. Back to Lavoie. 24 seconds left on the power play. Lavoie trying to pass it across, but it hits Pelowick by accident and it will roll down the ice. 18 seconds left on the power play for Concordia, so they'll just have time to cross into Gator zone, but it looks like it will be an 0 for 2 start on the power play for Concordia if they can't find a way through here. Pelowick trying to pass in front for Bidzi, intercepted, and now we're back to 5-on-5. It's a partial 3-on-2 for a couple seconds, but it'll be dumped away finally by Laforme. Verbeek will get it and will backhand it to her teammate Jobin. And Concordia will break back out. Santerre has to leave it for a delayed offside, so Drapeau will be able to shoot it in. Gagnon will save it. It'll be knocked to the side. Santerre with it. Bishop's captain can't go around Camille Richard. Puck dumped in by the Gators, delayed offside, gives Concordia some room. McIntyre with it. 6:30 left in the first period, still no score. Puck in Concordia zone, Santerre after it. Juliette Leroux trying to get to it first. Now pass in front by Turcotte, nobody home as Santerre couldn't get the puck to her stick. And now it's a 2-on-1 for Concordia. Nonemaker on the left side. Nonemaker, wait, trying to pass it across, it's deflected. Backhanded by Leroux, saved by Gagnon. Rebound will get cleared away for a second. Caron with a shot, it's blocked in front. Kate Furlong on the left, on the right boards. Now to Nonemaker. Emma Nonemaker on the back end. Goes to Caron. Caron loses the puck between her skates, and now it's a partial breakaway and a full breakaway for Turcotte against Verbeek. Turcotte waits, backhander will miss the net, and it's saved by Verbeek as well. Santerre with it though for the Gators. It remains in Concordia zone. Santerre will shoot it, saved by Verbeek. Rebound in front. Can't get a clear shot by Cianci as it was blocked. Pucked along the right corner. Caron to Lavoie. Lavoie, long pass. Can she find a stick of Rice? No, she cannot, but the icing will be waved off as Courtney Rice will get there first. Rice spins around Garot, trying to keep it along the left corner. Still loose, will now go around the boards. Angie Jobin with it, 5:14 left in the first period. Gaudreau will shoot it down low. Courtney Rice gets it for Concordia. Rice knocked it to the boards, now will officially lose it. Naomi Cote trying to go around a couple Concordia players, still Cote fighting, but finally will go to Robinson. Robinson spins on her backhand, gets knocked into the boards by Cote, will circle it around. Gaudreau will get there first. Gaudreau goes around Laforme, but it's kept in by the Bishop Gators as Garot dumps it. Jobin trying to push it forward, cannot beat Lafrenière. Pass across, is trying to keep it out. Puck still loose. Velpas wanted to go on a breakaway herself, but now it goes to Noémie Gaudreau. Gaudreau will just dump it away, and she'll go for a change as Concordia's first line will come out on the ice. Cameron Johnson leaves it behind for Lafrenière. Lafrenière to Fontaine. Noémie Fontaine. Her pass cannot find Lafrenière, and that puck will go down the ice. It's an icing call against the Gators, and we'll have 4:14 left in the first period and a face-off in Gator zone.
Few minutes ago, some insane back and forth hockey. Emma Nonenmacher, the French Olympian, with a great opportunity off the bench on a 2-on-1, but a great job by Bishop's defense once again, then to turn it around into a great breakout, a 1-on-0, but Jordan Verbeek stands tall and makes a huge save with the left side pad.
Emilie Lucier to Lavoie. Lavoie trying to shoot it. It hits the skate of Fontaine. Now down low for Lucier. Now to Drapeau. Drapeau shoots in front, saved by Gagnon. Back to Lucier, goes in the left corner. Fighting against Laforme. Now to Drapeau, to the point for Lavoie. Across it goes for Caron. Caron goes off the boards, will find Lucier, but she'll lose it immediately. Goes to Lafrenière. Lafrenière dumps it around the boards. Fontaine trying to push it out. Now it goes to Lavoie to neutral ice. Chasing after it is Sandrine Chouinard. Lavoie will spin around, will go to Caron. Caron to Lucier. Lucier trying to pass it, will find Thibault, but the miscommunication as the puck got caught between Lucier's skates means that it's an offside on the play. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off with 3:36 left in the first period. And Oliver, you spotted something. I think Lavoie might have gotten away with a potential penalty.
She might have gotten away with a bit of a trip there after the whistle. Linesman just split it up, nothing else to see about it, and we continue playing hockey.
Face-off will go to Bidzier for Concordia. Bidzier shoots it, saved by Gagnon. She'll just corral it. Whistle sounds. We'll have a face-off shots 12-4. Soon to be 13-4 in favor of Concordia in this first period.
Every odd person rush that Concordia has had so far this period, Bishop's defense has done a great job of forcing the player with the puck to shoot and allowing her goalie to just focus on the shot and not have to worry about the pass whatsoever.
Face-off was won by the Stingers, but the pass went all the way back to neutral ice. Dumped back in by Concordia. Camille-Marie Bonhomme will find a pass to Rosalie Bouchard. Bouchard trying to go around Camille Richard, but cannot do so, and the puck will go all the way down to Jordan Verbeek. She'll just cover it up, and we'll have a face-off in Stinger zone. 3:11 left in the first period.
Apart from that 1-on-0 opportunity that we saw earlier for Bishops, not too many high-danger chances, only 4 shots on goal so far this period. Something that we've been seeing often for the teams playing against Concordia here at Ed Mahar Arena is they can't seem to get too many shots on net. That defensive core for Concordia doing a great job at protecting their netminder.
Whistle sounds as we'll refire on the face-off. Bishops bringing out their first line as they want to take advantage of this face-off in Concordia territory. It's Bertrand, Santerre, and Turcotte on the ice for Bishops. Santerre will get chased off the face-off. Turcotte will be the one to take it. Face-off won by Bishops. Goes to Santerre. Santerre kicks it forward. Turcotte falls to the ice as she was trying to recover, but now goes to Jabin. Jabin to Lucier. Lucier on the left side with a bit of space. Still Lucier trying to pass it across the drapeau. Puck gets deflected off the stick of Bertrand. Puck will go behind the net for Santerre. Santerre to Bertrand. Bishops break out on the left side. Still Bertrand trying to pass it for Santerre. We'll find the Bishops captain. Her pass will get deflected, and now Lucier will go on a run. Lucier on the left, waits, wrist shot, saved by Gagnon. Rebound will hit the post. Back to Gabriel Santerre it goes. Parent on the forecheck. Pass in the middle will get dumped away by Cianci. It'll be Jordan Verbeek to chase it. Backhander will find Camille Richard. Richard, Termanomaka will dump it. Juliette Leroux with it. Leroux trying to backhand it to her teammate. Cannot find it. Furlong now on the forecheck, but the puck will go to Naomi Cote instead. Puck in front of the Gators bench. Furlong back with it. Furlong trying to go around Garo. Unsuccessful in that attempt. Cianci with it as Concordia makes some changes. Pass in the middle, deflected by Concordia. Still loose at center ice. It goes back to Beatrice Caron. Frédéric Velpas with it now. Velpas around Cianci, but the puck will go down low. Pass in front, blocked by Garo. Now be pushed forward. On the left side, moving is Amélie Brassard on the left. She'll shoot it, saved by Verbeek, and she'll just cover it up. Whistle sounds. We'll have 1:26 left in the first period. Still no score between the Stingers and Gators.
A great opportunity for that ever so dangerous first line for Concordia. Lucier gets a half break. Hits one off the pad of Gagnon, and then the second one off the outside of the post. Then on the other end, a great opportunity for Bishops. Jordan Verbeek playing it safe, covers the puck, and we get an offensive zone face-off for Bishops.
Now a pass from the Gators only goes to the stick of Pelowick, and she moves it out for Concordia. Pelowick trying to shoot it in front, hits the stick of Gagnon. Behind the net it goes, can't find a pass in front was Pitié. And moving it forward is Sandrine Chouinard, but only find the stick of Lavoie. Now Jabin, her pass off the stick of Pitié goes back to Jabin. Leave it off for Pelowick, and she'll just dump it away. Gagnon gets it. Last minute of play in this first period. Puck goes to Cameron Johnson for the Gators. She'll pass over for Rosalie Bouchard. Bouchard on the backhand will find Chouinard. Chouinard loses the puck immediately. Bidzier trying to corral it at neutral ice. Will be able to do so. Parent will knock it in front of the benches. They'll go back to the Gators. Aspopotamaitis on the left side. Now go towards the middle. Try to shoot it. Saved by Verbeek. Back to Aspopotamaitis. She goes for a shot, but it's blocked by the stick of Richard. Ekaterina Pelowick moves it forward. Lucie there to help, but the puck is still in Concordia's zone. Noémie Fontaine with it. Fontaine to Aspopotamaitis. Wrist shot saved by Verbeek. Rebound loose in front. Backhander is blocked. Trying to go for another rebound. Puck is still loose. Goes to the point. Moldu tries to go for a shot. Will fan on it. Now another shot in front. It's Camille-Marie Bonhomme. Will go wide. Puck loose behind. Finally taken over by Verbeek. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off. 7.1 seconds left in the first period. And the Gators putting some pressure on to end the first 20 minutes.
Jordan Verbeek seemed to be on each side of her crease in matters of seconds on that last play. And then a few extra whacks from the Bishops players. Emily Lavoie has been involved in a couple antics after the whistle a few times now, but understandable, just trying to protect your goalie as per usual.
Face-off one by Bishop. Shot in front will go wide to the right side. Puck on the right boards. Bertrand trying to shoot it back in front. Knocked away by McIntyre. And McIntyre took cut with a couple shoves to end off the period. But both teams will go back to the locker room tied at zeros apiece. We'll break down the action in the first period in a couple minutes' time as you are watching Concordia against Bishops here at Ed Mahar Arena here on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first period intermission report here at Ed Mahar Arena as we have no score after 20 minutes of play between the Concordia Stingers and the Bishop Skaters. Max, we get to join with Oliver Richmond on this Pride night. Another Pride game for tomorrow. Men's hockey team will play, and if you come here to Ed Mahar Arena, you'll be able to get some pins, as Oliver has on his jacket right here, bracelets, stickers, whatever you want, just to support the LGBTQ community here in Montreal and across sports. Back to the game here, Oliver. Still no score between both sides. A couple penalties taken on both sides as well. Well, we could say, all things considered, it was Concordia favored after 20.
Yeah, both those penalties not actually creating too much offense for either side. Most of the offense coming in the 5-on-5 space for both teams. But Concordia, like you said, brought a lot of the offense, especially in the back half of that first period. Bishops, a few opportunities late in the period. In the dying seconds, had Jordan Verbeek all over her crease looking for the puck. And they started to create some offense, maybe showing that they deserve to be in this game as well.
Those penalties and those power plays did create a lot of broken lines, so we didn't really see the true lines for either side. Maybe you could say Bishops a bit more with that first line of Bertrand, Santerre, and Turcotte, but for Concordia, I think unless they go on the power play, head coach Julie Chu will try to keep the lines as stable as she can for the rest of the way, for at least the start of the first couple minutes of the second period.
Yeah, the lines for Bishops definitely messed up. You got 2 penalty kills in a row, so you're going to have some tired legs. You're not going to be able to put everybody out on the ice at the same time. And on Concordia's side, we've seen them split up the power play a little bit differently than we're used to. They usually have that super strong first line with Thibault, Lucier, Drapeau, and Lavoie all together at all times. But maybe just trying to create 2 solid power play lines just to create offense at all times. But one thing I'd like to say is that first line for Concordia, 53 points on the season. Apart from that one play from Lucier where she had 2 shot attempts, not creating as much offense as we're used to them seeing.
Let's go back to that power play and how they're setting up. Is it just a situation where the power play has been so good that Julie Chu is kind of looking at the situation of, let me try something, let's see what works out, and worst case scenario, I'll just go back to my ultra-dominant power play. And if it actually does work out, well, hey, look at that. We have other options if need be.
Obviously, it's weird to say this is going so well, let's split it up. But it makes sense from a coach's perspective. You want to try and get everybody involved on the power play. Such an important piece, especially when you have a few seniors on the power play like that. You got to start thinking next season as well. I got to get these ladies ready for the power play. So maybe, yeah, just trying to have 2 solid lines, like I said, and just be able to produce offense at all times.
The main reason for Bishops, you could say that it's still a 0-0 score, is the person who is in net, and that is Erika Gagnon.
She has been unreal. A huge save on Lucier twice now. One where she went backhand, forehand, makes a great left pad save, and then the other one with the blocker side where she pushed it to the side and forced Lucier to hit the second one off the post.
Well, let's see what changes are made for the second period as we're still looking for our first goal of the evening as it's a 0-0 scoreless draw here at Ed Mahar Arena. We'll be back in a couple minutes' time with the start of the second period between Concordia and Bishops. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mahar Arena as we are moments away from the start of the second period between the Concordia Stingers and Bishop Skaters on this Pride Night themed hockey game in the RSCQ. Maxim Keta joined with Oliver Richmond. Still no score between both of these teams as we are less than 90 seconds away from the start of the second period. Oliver, both sides looking for their first goal, but let's focus a bit more on Concordia. Unsuccessful in their first two power play opportunities. Let's see in the first 5 minutes if they can use a bit of firepower to get the first goal.
Something we're not used to saying is 0 for 2 on a power play for Concordia. They're the #1 ranked power play in the country. So we're used to them scoring quite often. To be fair, they are going for a new look, splitting up that first line a little bit among the power plays. But we also talked about how, all the players didn't get too much opportunities to play together because of the power plays, because of the penalty kills on each side. So great opportunity for the first line in that first 5 minutes, like you said, Max, to get some time together, build some offense. They did get 15 shots in the first period, which is quite a lot. But when you have a goalie like Erica Gagnon on the other side of the ice, you're going to have to stack up a lot of shots to hopefully beat her at least once or twice.
Let's go quickly to the out-of-town scoreboard as the Carabin Université Montréal are playing against the McGill Martlets this evening. 1-0 is the score line between Montréal and McGill in favor of the Carabins. It is a returning Lauriane Etier that scored on a short-handed goal to give the Carabins a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. So the Carabins trying to get to a 3-game winning streak to start off the new year as they beat the Bishop Skaters in both of their matchups last weekend. Émilie Lucier, Émilie Lavoie, Zoé Thibault, Jessimo Drapeau all on the ice. Angie Jobin will join them shortly. For Bishops, Naomi Côté, Noémie Fontaine, Cameron Johnson along the ice. Finishing off with Annika Lafrenière and Jordan Laforme. Who will get the first goal of this game? Let's see if we can find the answer in the second period. As the puck goes in front of Concordia's bench, Laforme can't control it. Jessimo Drapeau against Fontaine. Puck pushed to Cameron Johnson. Her clear will only hit Jobin. Puck goes down the ice. Will find the stick of Laforme. Laforme. Her pass will only find Lavoie. Lavoie tries to shoot it. It's blocked. Fontaine with a long pass for Côté. Côté chases after it. Lavoie after her. Icing waved off as Côté gets there first. Côté pushes it forward, but only finds the stick of Jobin. Jobin to Lucier. Partial 3-on-2 for Concordia. Lucier with some speed in the middle. Cuts to her left. Still Lucier. Shoots it. Saved by Gagnon. Rebound will go back to the stick of Thibault. Thibault pass it. Cannot find Lucier on the first attempt. Struggles to keep possession, but Lavoie manages to get there. Now it tipped in front. Drapeau on the backhander. Shoots it. Saved by Gagnon. Puck circles around the boards. Will find Gagnon. Now Lavoie dumps it off the backhand. Puck will go to Courtney Rice. Rice trying to pass it back in front. Intercepted by the Gators. Long pass. Cannot find Laforme. Down the ice it goes. Icing is the call. And we'll have a face-off down the ice back in Gator zone. And Bishops have not made a change except for Marie-Catherine Mondoux, who is the only player that was able to get a change to start off this period.
I said during the intermission report that I wanted to see the first line do a bit more on offense, and they came out and got 3 shots in under a minute. So a great start to the period for Concordia, but especially that first line, and now a great opportunity for Concordia to add on to it with an icing call here.
Frédéric Vell passed with it. Around the boards, goes to the point for Richard. Richard back down low for Frédéric Vell pass. Goes to Pelowick. Pelowick backhands it for Rice. Rice back to Pelowick in the middle. Pelowick shoots and will go wide to the right side as she knocks over Laforme at the same time. Puck behind the net. Back to Rice it goes. Rice trying to add pressure, but loses the puck to Naomi Côté. It will go all the way back for McIntyre. Now to Rice, back to McIntyre. Pass it forward. Find Gaudreau. Gaudreau will push it in as Concordia will make some changes. Third line coming out for the Stingers. Cianci will find Bertrand. Bertrand gets blocked along the boards. 3 Bishops players, 3 Concordia players looking to keep the puck in Gator zone. Get dumped down. Cianci goes to Turcotte. Turcotte will just backhand away to neutral ice. Beatrice Caron will get it back for the Stingers. Caron to Bidier. Back to Caron. Concordia looking for a way past the Bishop's defense, and they'll wave the offside off as Turcotte gets it. Turcotte can't find Bertrand. Lavoie manages to keep it in. Gaudreau in front. Now a pass trying to go to Parent. Now shot by Bidier, saved by Gagnon on an awkward angle. Bidier back with it. Concordia working on the forecheck. Puck goes to Santerre, tries to clear it, blocked, dumped back in by Concordia. Bishops have been hemmed in since the start of the period. Cianci finds Garreau. Regan Garreau will move it to her right side. Now a pass will get blocked off by Leroux, but it will find the stick of Cianci, and she'll manage it to push in Concordia zone. Pass now will find Kate Furlong. Furlong with some space on the left. Furlong waits, shoots it, saved by Gagnon. Rebound. Only find a stick of Nunemacher, but she loses her balance for a second, recovers, and will just push it to the other side. Puck along the board. Chouinard gets knocked over, no call. Juliette Leroux trying to get it back for Concordia, but it goes back to Chouinard. Chouinard blocked off by Furlong. She'll dump it in. Down the ice it goes. Marie Bonhomme finds it to Turcotte. Now dumped away by Bouchard. Puck goes back to Drapeau, however. Now to Thibault. Thibault loses the puck, and now it's Sandrine Chouinard with it, some space on the right side. Cuts back in the middle, will lose possession immediately, however. Jessimo Drapeau, long pass for Lucie. Lucie in the middle, waits, shoots it, will get blocked by Johnson. Lucie knocked into the boards, kept in by Jobin. She'll backhand it to the left side. Johnson trying to clear it out, deflected, taken over by Amélie Brassard. Brassard dumps it around the boards, puck in Concordia territory. Chouinard will just push it and go for a change. Annie Robinson with it. 4:30 gone by in this second period. Still no score between Concordia and Bishops. Long pass from Drapeau. Does not find a target. Icing waved off. Immediately Lucie gets to the puck first. Lucie's pass will only hit the stick of Jordan Laflamme for the Gators. Puck circles around. We'll go to McIntyre. McIntyre trying to shoot it. Blocked off. Now with some space, it's Rosalie Bouchard. She'll just circle it back, though. Bouchard has some pressure from Frédéric Valpass. Long pass. Trying to find Espopotamaitis, but McIntyre will get there first. Will backhand it behind the net. Bouchard there to help. Avery Amos will keep it in. Back to Espopotamaitis. Goes to the point for Laflamme. Laflamme will shoot it in front. Blocked off. Chasing after it is Valpass, and she'll get there first. Partial 2-on-1 for Concordia. Frédéric Valpass to Pelowick. Shot saved by Gagnon. Puck in the right corner. Garreau can't go around. Valpass pass in front. Cannot find Courtney Rice, but it goes to Caron. Caron dumps it behind the net. Courtney Rice trying to shoot from an awkward angle. Puck covered up by Erika Gagnon. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off with 5.5 gone by in the second period.
Like you said, 5.5 minutes into this second period. Bishops finally gets their first piece of the offensive zone, but it immediately turns into offense for Concordia. 2-on-1, a great pass by Valpass finds Pelowic, but another great save by Gagnon. She's made 22 saves already this game.
Lavoie's shot took a couple of funny bounces, covered up by Gagnon. Whistle sounds and will reset. Concordia will keep their third line out on the ice of Noémie Gaudreau, Rosalie Parent, and Alexis Bidier, with Patrice Caron and Émilie Lavoie on the ice. On the other side, Concordia Bishops will bring out Naomi Côté, Gabrielle Santerre, and Justine Turcotte. Face-off won by the Gators. It'll go to Turcotte. Pass over to the other side for Cianci, who loses control for a second, recovers. Will find Côté. Awkward collision with Émilie Lavoie, but the puck stays in Bishop's zone. Puck to Turcotte, loses it off her skate. Now down low, Concordia working on the forecheck to recover possession, but it's the Gators still with it. Turcotte now has a bit of space, goes off the boards, will find Santerre. Santerre will move it forward, but miscommunication with Côté means a delayed offside, and Concordia can move out themselves. Puck goes to Parent, but it hits her skate. Regan Garreau back to Turcotte. Turcotte just pass it to the other side. Now to Santerre. Bishop's captain dumps it forward. Lavoie blocks it. Will move it to her left. Garo with possession for the Gators. Now, puck will go behind the net as Santerre try to go for a pass to her defender. And puck will go into the right corner. Puck still loose. Falling to the ice is Leroux. Now falling to the ice as well is Robinson. She'll just push it out. And now moving forward is Garo. Garo shoots it, saved by Verbeek. Puck dumped in. Robinson has Lafrenière against her. Will just dump it away. That puck will go down the ice. And it's going to be an icing call against Concordia. And we'll have a face-off down in the Stinger zone with 7 minutes gone by in the second period. Still no score.
I don't know what Julie Chu said in the locker room between those periods, but it obviously lit a fire under the Concordia players, currently out shooting Bishops 7-1 so far this period. It's been all offense for Concordia.
Shot by Fontaine, pad save by Verbeek. And Furlong tries to move it forward. Nonemaker chases after it. Marie Bonhomme will just leave it off for Johnson, but Johnson's pass blocked off by Furlong. It goes back to Nonemaker. Nonemaker can't go around the defense of the Gators, however. The puck will go to the point for Jobin. Jobin shoots it in front, takes a couple bounces, and will go to the left side. Marie Bonhomme dumps it around the boards. Will find Johnson. Johnson. Now pass will go to Fontaine. It's a partial 2-on-1. Fontaine on the left side. Waits. Wrist shot will just go over the net, circle around, and now Zoe Thibault with possession for Concordia. Thibault on the left, cuts to the middle, leaves it behind, trying to find a pass. Will get broken up. Fontaine attempts to push it forward, find Brassard. Back to Fontaine, 2-on-1 for the Gators. Fontaine waits, trying to pass it across. It's blocked by McIntyre, who dove on the ice. Thibault trying to pass it. We'll find Lucie. She'll just dump it away. Delayed offside will be waved off. Gagnon will get there, and we'll leave it off for Marie-Catherine Mondou. Pass cannot find a target. Thibault trying to go to the other side. Only find the stick of Jean Laforme. Laforme fans on her first pass attempt. Puck will go to McIntyre. Puck loose into neutral ice. That's what Potomaitis will go back to Laforme, and she'll move it up. Laforme dumps it. Will go to Jordan Verbeek. Verbeek, pass it to Lucie. Lucie goes off the boards, down the ice it will go, and that's going to be another icing call against the Stingers. And another face-off coming up on the left side of Jordan Verbeek.
Well, Concordia's done a great job at keeping Bishops in their own zone. Bishops has also done a good job at realizing when there's some tired legs, forcing some icings, really pressuring on the forecheck at the end of Concordia shifts. So doing a good job of getting a couple offensive zone face-offs with some tired legs on the ice.
Philippe Valpasse on the face-off here for the Stingers. Going against Santerre. Face-off won by the Gators. Yancy shoots it in front. It's blocked. Puck in between the skates of Lucie. Trying to clear it away. Can't do it. The puck will go to Annika Lafrenière. Lafrenière. Now Santerre with it. Santerre backhander. Can't find Cianci. Valpasse will move it up ice to neutral ice. He'll push it away. Lucie will chase after it. And instead we'll just backtrack and go for a change. Bishops trying to find a long pass. Will get intercepted by Concordia. And the Stingers will able to complete their entire change. Santerre with it on the left side. Trying to cut back in the middle. Goes around McIntyre. Still Santerre with it. Santerre on the forehand. Waits. Passing in front. Saved by Verbeek on the one-timer. It was taken by Rosalie Bouchard. Puck along the boards in the right corner. Taking is Caron. Caron trying to work around Surcotte. We'll go to Pelowick. Pelowick will backhand it, but will get blocked off by Fontaine. Puck still loose. Finally goes to Parra, and she'll push it to neutral ice. Cameron Johnson back with it. Pushes it back in Concordia zone. Puck still loose up in the air. Can't move it forward to Sandrine Chouinard. Now it will go to Fontaine. She'll shoot it in front. Blocked in front, and that hits Chouinard. Fontaine back with it. Trying to pass it back in front for Chouinard. It's Surcotte with possession. Surcotte to Fontaine. Fontaine knocked it to the boards. Goes back to Chouinard. Chouinard trying to find a passing lane. It will only go back to Laforme. Laforme will dump it back in. It's Bishop's turn now to hem Concordia in their own zone. Chouinard trying to pass it in front. Rebound collected by Verbeek. As Surcotte trying to get a piece to it, but is not successful. Fontaine there too. Whistle sounds, and we are halfway through this second period. Still no score.
Verbeek seeing her first few high danger chances of the period. Makes that pad save look way too easy on the cross crease pass. and then covering the puck there to get the first line back out there for the Stingers as they can hopefully finally break the zone, because it's felt like it's been almost a minute and change that they've been stuck in here.
Émilie Lavoie with it. We'll pass it to Drapeau. Drapeau trying to go across for Lucie. Lucie with speed on the left side. Lucie, wrist shot, scores! Émilie Lucie is the one to crack things open. And Concordia strike first here at Yamaha Arena.
Jessimo Drapeau hucks a prayer of a pass across the rink, and it somehow finds Émilie Lucier. And we know once she gets the puck on her stick and she feels that she has an advantage on the defender, she takes off, and she does exactly that, beating the defender and also beating Erica Gagnon for the first time this game. It is 1-0 Stingers.
Her 9th of the season, point number 20 on the season as well for Émilie Lucier. And that right now is the decider in the middle of the second period. But a shot in front by Bishops will get blocked. It was blocked by Zoe Thibault, and she felt that one. Cianci can't clear now. A shot in front was by Brassard, saved by Verbeek. Rebound still loose. Puck behind the net, trying to pass it back in front. Brassard there again to get it. But Concordia trying to clear it, unsuccessful in that first attempt. Megan Laramie now Aspropos to Maitis, trying to go in front for Brassard. Cianci shoots it back in front. Lavoie pushes it forward. Now Lucier to Drapeau on the right side. Drapeau cuts in the middle. Drapeau waits, shoots it, saved by Gagnon. Puck will get pushed forward. Brassard back with possession. Brassard on the left side around a couple players. Still Brassard with it. Finally loses the puck. And he'll go to Juliette Leroux. Leroux to Jobin. Jobin to Bidier. Back to Leroux. Leroux with speed. Still Leroux trying to fight for it, but it will be an offside call on the play. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off. Assists go to Jessimo Drapeau and Émilie Lavoie. And for Émilie Lavoie, that is good news. That is point number 113. She is now officially tied for 9th for the most points by a Stinger in the history of the RSEQ, or most points by RSEQ player, I should say, in the league in their career, tied with Gabrielle Davidson in 9th with 113 points. For Jessimo Drapeau, that assist puts her at 111 for her career. Assist number 62 for Jessimo Drapeau. That as well puts her in familiar territory, ties her with Kim Deschaines for 9th all-time for the most assists by a player in the RSEQ. As Gaudreau goes for a shot, glove save by Erica Gagnon.
Bishops kind of started look like they were getting some offense there, getting a few shots, their 5th of the second period, but that goal has just tipped it right over as Concordia has come down the other way and immediately started to get some offense as Gaudreau gets a good shot on that there right off the face-off.
A couple of shuffling the lines here as Gaudreau will lose the face-off, but it will go back to Jobin. Her backhander can't find a target to start. Côté will just push it. And moving forward here is Rosalie Bouchard. Bouchard's pass cannot find a target, but manages to push it in and keep it in Concordia zone. Côté there to help. Now it goes to Marie Bonhomme. To Marie-Catherine Mondou, and she'll just dump it away. Jordan Verbeek gets it. Less than 8 minutes to go in the second period. Émilie Lucier's goal is the difference right now, but now it's a partial 2-on-1. It's Gaudreau with Leroux. Gaudreau waits, shoots it, blocked in front, and Gagnon will be able to recover. Gaudreau went for the shot. It was blocked in front. And Bishops managed to keep it at a 1-goal deficit.
I guess Gaudreau didn't feel like she could get that pass above the stick of the Bishops defender to find her teammate Leroux on the other side, because Leroux had beaten the defender, was past her, but maybe a little bit too deep into the play, so couldn't get a good shot off on Gagnon.
Face-off won by the Stingers. Furlong, she'll try to go for a shot, but it's blocked. Puck stays with Concordia. It's Rosalie Parent with it. Parent loses possession behind the net. Puck will circle around. Avery Amos gets there. Amos trying to find a spot to Maitis, but the puck will only go all the way back to Concordia's side. It'll be Beatrice Caron with it. Caron can't find Furlong. Johnson trying to keep it in. Puck knocked down by Nanemaka. Will go to Lavoie. Émilie Lavoie with pace, cuts back in, shoots it, saved by Gagnon. As it went straight into her body, covers it up, and we'll have a face-off with 7:13 left in the second. Concordia lead 1-0.
Émilie Lavoie, the ever so versatile defender, used to play offense for the Stingers here, probably is hoping to be back on there at some point, but we know how threatening she can be trailing in behind her forwards, and she shows it there as Nonenmacher leaves it for her. She drives the net, trying to go very aggressive at Gagnon there on the forehand, but a good save there for her 26th of the game.
Puck around the boards. Fontaine trying to pass it to the other side. Deflected off the stick of Courtney Rice. Out of play it goes. Whistle sounds and we'll resume play on the right side of Erika Gagnon. Turcotte on the face-off here. Against Velpast, won by Concordia. Pelowick leaves it behind for McIntyre. She'll shoot in front straight into the body of Gagnon once again. Whistle sounds and we'll have a face-off. One main change done by the Bishop's coaching staff is Turcotte is now on the second line, and Naomi Cote has been promoted to the first line at one of the big changes made by the Gators in this second period. Regan Garreau trying to clear it. Turcotte there to help. Puck along the left corner. Taken over now by the Gators again. Chouinard trying to clear it, gets blocked off. Turcotte has to fight against Gaudreau. Will fall to the ice. Cianci with possession. Her pass to the middle will find Fontaine, but she can't clear it either. Now Turcotte will lose it to Rice, and they'll call the offside on the play, as Courtney Rice just couldn't get there in time. Whistle sounds with 6:32 left in the second period.
Courtney Rice probably had a great opportunity, known for her dangles on this team. A great opportunity, 1v1, feels like a 1-on-0 for her, but unfortunately just a tiny bit offside. Pelowick yet again showing that she is one of the best forecheckers in this league. So much speed and so much tenacity, doing a great job at keeping the puck in the Bishop zone.
Émilie Lucier with possession. Long pass will hit the skate of Thibault. Johnson will just push it forward. Now Lucier trying to go around a couple players. It goes back to Johnson. She'll just clear it to the other side of the ice. Jobin to Drapeau. Drapeau trying to flick it to Thibault, but it's deflected. And now it's a partial 2-on-1. It's Brassard. Wait, shoots it. Save straight into the body of Jordan Verbeek. Whistle sounds and we'll reset play in Stinger zone.
Concordia, they're doing a great job of forcing the shot. Yet again, Lucier tracks back and just gets enough of the Bishop's offensive player to allow Verbeek to just focus on the shot entirely, and she does a great job as she swallows up that shot for her 13th of the save of the game.
Puck goes to Bouchard. Jose Bouchard shoots it, hits the post. Cameron Johnson recovers for a second, but now it goes to Concordia. Puck goes to Émilie Lavoie. She'll pass over for Lucie. Lucie trying to flick it forward herself, but will get blocked off, and the puck stays in front of Concordia's bench. It will be dumped away. Delayed offside means Bouchard has some space to work with. She'll backhand it and dumped away by Santerre. Jordan Verbeek will get there first. Verbeek backhands it to Lavoie. Lavoie trying to go around the boards, but it's blocked by Santerre. Santerre trying to pass it in front. Can't find Bouchard. Now Naomi Cote with it. Cote spins. Now passing in front. Santerre on the backhand. Saved by Verbeek. Rebound, scores! Bishop's captain ties it at 1.
Naomi Cote quickly promoted to that first line and instantly showing an impact as she gets 2 shots off, and it falls to Santerre, and she gets 2 attempts on Verbeek. First one saves, second one gets to the 5-hole, and it's all tied up here at Ed Mahar Arena.
Goal number 10 for number 10 of the Gators, her 19th point of the season. And we mentioned before the game, before we were on air, that for Gabrielle Santerre and Émilie Lucier, it's always been a battle for those two since coming into the league. And it seems to be that way once again, as both players scoring for each of their teams, as we are tied at 1. And now it's a 3-on-2 building here for Bishops. Laforme to Chouinard. Chouinard, wrist shot blocked in front by Richard. Camille Richard leaves it off for Gaudreau. Noémie Gaudreau gets slashed off the puck. Fontaine will keep it in. Fontaine waits, Still Noemi Fontaine. Verbeek gets knocked in front, and that's going to be a penalty. Goaltender interference on Sandrine Chouinard. Camille Richard happy because I think she baited Chouinard into it. And it's going to be a power play upcoming for Concordia to try and regain the lead with 4:45 left in the second period.
I hate to say it, Max, but you definitely can't do that. A great job by Richard, like you said, baiting her into that penalty. But when a referee sees a player hit the goalie 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a penalty because that's a huge important thing is protecting the goalie. They're so vulnerable in the net there, they aren't able to protect themselves nearly as much as the player. So another great opportunity for Concordia to get that 1-goal lead right back. They're 0 for 2 on the power play, though.
As now goes to Parent. She'll shoot it, saved by Gagnon. She wasn't sure where the puck was. Whistle sounds and will reset play. A bit of nerves there showing for a quick second from Gagnon, but then realized that she had the puck in her body.
I was still yapping away, but the Concordia power play getting off to a quick start. A great opportunity there, looking to take advantage of the man advantage.
Caron to Lucie now. One time for Thibault, takes a couple deflections. Puck loose in front, will get knocked away by Bishops for a quick second. Caron manages to keep it in, but it's cleared away. Richard can't keep it in and has to refire at neutral ice. He'll go to Beatrice Caron. Caron can't find Thibault as it takes an awkward bounce, and that's an icing call against the Concordia Stingers. And with 1:30 left on the power play, Bishops can kill a bit more time and go and give themselves a bit of breathing room against this Stingers power play unit.
I saw Julie Chu just let out a very exasperated sigh on the bench. That's the last thing as a head coach you want to see is getting an icing call while on the power play. Can we talk about this traveling crowd for Bishops, making a lot of noise in the stand, especially after that goal, but a lot of chants going on. The Go-Go BU, a great traveling team.
Lucie trying to go to Rosalie Parent, goes back to Lucie. Lucie backhander in front, nobody home. Camille Richard gets it back. Will go to the point for Caron. Caron to Lucie. Lucie, one-timer will go over the net left side. Circles around the boards for Richard. Richard can't clear it. Now will block off Brassard, and that's going to be an interference call against Camille Richard. Easy come, easy go for the Concordia defender. Was able to bait a power play opportunity for Concordia, but now the mistake on her end causes a penalty against the Stingers, and it's a 4-on-4 for the next 57 seconds with 3:41 left in the second period.
What goes around comes around, I guess, Max. A great job there by Bishops on the penalty kill. Only allowing that first shot in the first few seconds, and then after that doing a great job of killing another 1:03, and now they're going to get an opportunity.
As Johnson with the one-timer will just go wide to the left side. Justine Turcotte can't corral it. It's Pelowick with it. Pelowick to Jabin. Jabin to Lavoie. Lavoie with some space in the middle. Still Emilie Lavoie. Lavoie backhander saved by Gagnon and will be able to cover it up. Lavoie thought she got hooked. Referee says no. And Gagnon stands tall as we remain tied at 1.
I don't know how many times I can say it this season. Emilie Lavoie, such a great offensive player. And when you have somebody like that streaking up late into the play, especially in 4-on-4 hockey, to have that kind of defender that's so good on offense, a great opportunity there for her. Obviously, she felt that she got hooked, but she still got a great shot off there.
Camille Marie-Bonhomme will leave it to Cameron Johnson. Jessimo Drapeau on the forward check. Can't get to the puck first, but now she'll be able to corral it off of Justine Turcotte. But it's recovered by Bishops. Santerre trying to push it forward, will only find the stick of Jabin. Pelowick gets knocked over. 24 seconds left, and it's going to be a penalty against the Gators. And it's going to be a tripping call on Camille Marie-Bonhomme. She can't believe it. And that means we get one of the rare 4-on-3 power plays here in favor of Concordia for 22 seconds. Then we'll go back to 4-on-4 and then back to a power play for the Stingers. 3:07 left in the second period.
Coach Boulanger for Bishops obviously going to be unhappy. You would have had about a minute on the power play if you were able to kill the 4-on-4 entirely. But now you're only going to get 4-on-3 hockey, 4-on-4 hockey, and then 5-on-4 hockey for Concordia. Just penalties flying all over the place. Two teams that don't usually take penalties too often are just a little bit undisciplined so far tonight.
Emilie Lucie with it at the point. Will go down low for Caron. Now to Parent. Parent back to Lucier. Lucier looking, shoots, takes a deflection off the stick of a Bishop's player. Cleared down, Caron blocks it, now it goes to Lucier. Lucier with space, goes around Cianci. Backhander shot by Thibault. Fanned on it a little bit. Gagnon might have gotten a piece of it too. Now Chouinard out of the box. It's a one-on-one between her and Caron. Chouinard with speed, goes around Caron. Chouinard trying to go for the backhand, but recovering is Emilie Lucier. And now she has possession for Concordia. Lucier, long pass, can't find Parent. And we'll go to Savannah Cianci as Lucier will go to the bench and go for a change. Cianci can't find Chouinard as Parent blocked it for a second. Puck in front of the Burns box, goes all the way back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Garot. Garot to Cianci, she'll dump it away. We'll go to the right side, and Jabin will go after it. Icing call against the Gators. Whistle sounds, and we'll have 24 seconds left on the 4-on-4 and 2:05 left in the period.
What looked like an unreal opportunity for Chouinard coming out of the box. Emilie Lucier, known for her speed, a great job backtracking there. She just gets enough of Chouinard's stick to knock the puck off and then go down the other way.
Face-off won by the Gators. Puck along the right board. It's Bizier to get it for a second, but loses it. It's Naomi Côté with it. Côté spins. Still space, trying to shoot it. Blocked by Lavoie. Lavoie knocks Côté into the boards, and now we'll have possession as we're about to go to 5-on-4 for a couple seconds. For Concordia, Drapeau with it. Trying to pass it to Lavoie. Blocked off by Gators. As Camille Richard gets out of the box, and Pelowick will come on for the 5-on-4 mini power play. But puck will get slapped down the ice, and Concordia will have to recover in their own zone for 23 seconds. Jobin to Lavoie, to Drapeau. Drapeau back to Lavoie. Lavoie will slap it down. Gagnon will try to slow it down for a stick. Puck along the right boards. Minute 13 as the power play about to expire. Lavoie now to Drapeau. Drapeau trying to shoot in front, takes a deflection off a stick, and we're back to 5-on-5 with 1 minute left in the second period. Puck dumped away by Marie-Catherine Mondoux. It's an icing against the Gators. We'll have 54.8 seconds left in the second period with a face-off in the Gators zone as we are tied at 1.
Not much time on the 5-on-4 there for Concordia, but what they did do a good job of was getting set up in the offensive zone. They did get a shot. It was dumped down, but now it's icing, so you got tired legs from the penalty kill on the Bishop side, so maybe a good opportunity for Concordia.
Camille Richard at the point. Waits. Richard trying to go down low for Velpass, but it's deflected off a stick. Back to Velpass. Now goes to Rice. Rice will back in it to her left to McIntyre. McIntyre trying to shoot in front, blocked by Marie Bonhomme. He'll go to Noémie Fontaine. Fontaine pushes it up for Laforme. It'll be blocked off by Concordia, and the puck will go to neutral ice. Now to Camille Richard. 30 seconds left in the second period. We are tied at 1. Gaudreau pushes it forward, and they'll say puck will get deflected. Out of play, touched out of play. Whistle sounds, and will refire just outside the Gator zone.
So something Concordia was doing so well at the start of this period was keeping Bishops in their own zone. And when Bishops tied this game back up, we saw Concordia kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit, and that's what led to it. But the last couple minutes starting to get back on that train. Great job on the forecheck.
You see it trying to break across the Bishops defense, gets blocked. Thibault clears it, but it goes straight into the Concordia bench. 17.9 seconds left in the second period. Stick with us after the period as we'll take a short break and then give you the second period intermission report and preview what we can expect from both teams in the third period. Face off just outside Bishop's zone, won by Concordia. It will be Jabin to just dump it away. They'll call it delayed offside. So it'll give some space for Bishops to go for one more attack. Santerre to Chouinard. Chouinard gets blocked off by Lucier. Puck deflected. Goes into the bench of the Gators this time with 3.8 seconds left on the clock. Shots 31-16 in favor of the Concordia Stingers. We'll get one more face-off just outside the Stingers zone. Tie up between a couple players. The horn will sound, and that is how the second period will conclude. Emilie Lucier got the first goal of the evening, but then it's the captain for the Gators, Gabrielle Santerre, that scored the equalizer. And after 40 minutes, we are tied at 1. We'll break down all the action transpired between both teams in a couple minutes' time as you are watching the Concordia Stingers and Bishop's Gators here at Ed Mahar Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second period intermission report here at Ed Mahar Arena as Concordia and Bishops are tied at 1 apiece after 40 minutes of play. Maxwell Cadet Joan Faller for Richmond on this Friday night here at Ed Mahar Arena. Thank you all for tuning in on this Friday evening. 1-1 is the scoreline after 40 minutes of play. It's Emilie Lucier for Concordia and Gabrielle Santerre for Bishops that have scored in this period. Oliver, in the first period intermission break, you spoke about the first line. You wanted to see them a little more. Well, I'm here to tell you that you actually had a microphone into the locker room during the break, and they heard your criticism, and they brought out the firepower in the second.
I guess it worked out. I just spoke it into existence. Immediately out of the gate, Concordia looked like a brand new team. They're keeping Bishops in their own zone at such a high level. It's something I know Concordia is known for their forecheck, something they've done great all season, but this was something new. They were looking super fast, super aggressive on the forecheck, and then it all led to Emilie Lucier breaking the tie, getting that first goal, but then you got the powerhouse on the other side for Bishops, tying it right back up. So the two of the best goal scorers in the RSEQ, maybe even in Canada, just going back and forth, trying to break the ice here in this game.
Storyline in this second period has been discipline, and one could say it's been the storyline of this entire game. 3 penalties taken in the first period, both sides combined, and a lot more in that second period. No one has scored on a power play, though, nor has anyone scored shorthanded. So the question becomes, is that going to be the difference in the third period? Whoever gets called for a penalty could cost them the game.
Yeah, it really comes down to special teams. These two teams, like I said, have the 2 best penalty kills in the RSEQ, so not too big of a surprise that neither are scoring more on the power play, but when there's that many penalties and an opportunity on the 4-on-3, you do kind of expect maybe at least 1 goal from one of the 2 sides. But I think in that third period, both teams know that they have super strong power plays. So I think it's going to come down to who can not draw a penalty in this third period. When it gets tense, everybody starts getting a little bit more nervous. The penalty kill gets a little more shaky. So you really do not want to be drawing penalties in that third.
Your thoughts on Jordan Verbeek so far after 40 minutes?
That 1 goal was super unlucky. She was diving for the rebound, and it just happened to squirrel in the 5-hole. But she's looked solid. She made 1 unreal save and made it look very easy. The puck got passed right across her crease with no defenders, and she just sticks the pad out, makes a nice save there. But even on the other side of the ice, Erika Gagnon also looking unreal. So I think it will come down to which goalie can perform the best in this third period, hold in the nerves, and really solidify the best goalie in the RSEQ.
Well, we are tied at 1, so the question now becomes, will we find a winner in the third period, or are we about to get some overtime? You'll just have to wait and see, as we'll take a break and be back in a couple minutes' time for the start of the third period between the Concordia Stingers and Bishop Skaters, as we are tied at 1 here at Ed Mahar Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mahar Arena as we're moments away from the start of the third period between the Concordia Stingers and Bishop Skaters as we are tied at 1 apiece after 40 minutes of play. It is Pride Night here at Mahar Arena. The men's Concordia players will be in action tomorrow. You can catch that on OUA TV at 7 p.m. Out of town scoreboard for this evening. The Carabin Université de Montréal up 2-0 against the McGill Martlets after 40 minutes of play. Lauriane Etier scored the first goal in the first period, and it's Audrey Gervais in the second period that doubled the lead for the Carabins. Back here at Mahar Arena, Émilie Lucie scored for Concordia, and Gabriel Santerre was the goal scorer for Bishops. Tied at 1, 20 minutes to go. And let's see, Oliver, if we get to overtime.
I'd rather not see an overtime, I'll be honest. But overtime hockey between two teams like this is very exciting. Two very fast-paced, two very high offensive-based hockey teams. And that matchup that we saw last time these two teams played each other, overtime was needed. And it was the exact same scoreline that we're seeing right now. It was a 2-1 win for Concordia in overtime. So we are on pace to have a replica of the University Hockey Women's Classic that was played at Place Belle between these two teams.
First 5 minutes of this period, Oliver, what do you want to see from the Stingers?
They need to come out exactly like they did in that second period. Come out fast, come out aggressive on the forecheck, and attempt to keep Bishops in their own zone when you can squander their offense a little bit and keep them playing defensively. You get them on their heels, and with a team like Concordia, with an offensive team like Concordia, if you can get the other team to be playing passive and defensive, it's exactly where you want them.
Stingers want to remain undefeated in the new year, while the Gators are trying to look for their first win in 2026. Puck goes to Sandrine Chouinard, third period underway. Shot will go across to the right side. It's Cameron Johnson to recover, but loses possession, and now Lucie will go after it, but gets blocked off by Johnson. Camille-Marie Bonhomme with it behind the net. Drapeau trying to pass it back in front as she intercepted it for a second. And now it's Lucie with it behind the net. Lucie waits, shoots it off a bad angle. Puck rebound loose in front, poked forward. And it's covered up by Gagnon for a second for the referee to whistle the play dead. And Concordia with the first opportunity in the third period.
That first line coming out aggressive, just like they did at the start of that second period. So exactly what you want to see if you're Julie Chu. And a bit of the bad blood starting to show. These two teams had quite the RCQ semifinals last year. So obviously some bad blood there. Concordia trying to get their get back, and a great opportunity to do so here in their first matchup of 2026.
Santerre moves the puck forward. Rosalie Bouchard's pass deflected off to the stick of Cianci. Now to Regan Garo. Garo on the right side. Looking, shooting across. Will hit the stick of Verbeek and knocks it to her right. Fell past. Manages to get it to McIntyre. McIntyre to Richard. Richard to Rice. Rice will just dump it off the backhand. Will go to the captain of the Gators, Gabrielle Santerre. She scored the tying goal in the second period, and that's how we have a 1-1 game here at Mahar Arena. Pelowick dumps it away. Will go to Bouchard. Bouchard to Santerre. Santerre backhander in the middle, blocked away by Bidzier. Pelowick dumps it in. Bidzier chases after it. Regan Garo gets there first, leaves it behind. Now it's taken over by Naomi Côté, who will lose it to Noémie Gaudreau. Puck now to neutral ice. Rosalie Parent gets knocked over, and it's Naomi Côté with possession. Côté trying to go around a couple players. Instead it goes to Alexis Bidzier. She has some speed on the left side. Bidzier, Ronas Popotomaitis, now trying to go around Jordan Laforme. Unsuccessful in that attempt, and Nicolas Franière will get it. We'll go to Amélie Brassard. Brassard dumps it down, icing waved off. Verbeek slows it down. She'll backhand it, finds Lavoie. Lavoie gets knocked over, no call. We'll take Beatrice Caron with her. Puck into the right corner. Lafrenière can't get to the puck. It goes to Laforme. Laforme to Moldou. Moldou manages to keep it in. Offside waved off. Backhand pass, can't find a target. Rosalie Parent with it will go around behind the net to Caron. Now she'll go to Emma Nonemaker. Nonemaker dumps it forward. All alone in the zone is the Concordia forward. Has to fight around Moldou. Lafrenière there to help her defender for Bishops. Nonemaker gets it back, trying to pass it in front. Takes a shot. Blocker knocked by Gagnon. Puck loose, passed in front, will get knocked away, and Brassard will clear it. Takes an awkward bounce off the glass, and will go to Robinson at neutral ice. Robinson trying to clear it, goes off the stick of Aspopotomaitis. Now Lafont will pass it back in front, intercepted by Lucier. Lucier waits for a teammate to get back on side, and will dump it away and chase after it with Moldu. Lucier gets it back, wrap around, shot by Gagnon, rebound still loose. Whistle sounds, we're gonna have a penalty on the play as Moldu and Lucier pile up in front. It looks like Moldu will be the one that will get chased. And power play upcoming for the Concordia Stingers, and it's actually Lafrenière that's going to go to the box. We'll wait for the official call, but it's a power play opportunity upcoming for the Stingers.
Lucier with a nice wraparound attempt there. She does a great job of tracking the puck on the forecheck, and then she just gets dumped in front of the net. Pretty easy for the referee to make that decision. She was standing right there. And Max, we talked about this at the intermission. How important was the team that stayed disciplined in this third period, and Bishop's looking like the more undisciplined team so far.
Face-off won by the Gators, however. It'll go to Drapeau. Now to Jabin. Jabin to the Stingers captain. Down low to Bidier. Bidier back to Jabin. Across to Lavoie. Down low for Drapeau. Drapeau waits, trying to leave it off on the backhand blindly, but it takes a deflection. It will go down the ice to Jabin. Jabin almost loses possession to it for a second. Manages to go to Lavoie. Now to Drapeau. Back to Lavoie. Lavoie loses possession for a couple seconds. Laramie manages to just poke it enough. And it goes in front of the Bishop's bench. Laramie and Lavoie go after each other, and the puck is finally dumped away. Jabin chases after it. Will get there first. Has Anne-Sophie Bertrand after her. And Concordia will have to reset.
Bishop's yet again proving why they have the best penalty kill in the RSEQ. Doing a great job at holding Concordia at the blue line, not letting them break into the zone properly and get the cycle going.
Jessimo Drapeau with it. Will pass it across for Lavoie. Lavoie back in front. PT fans on the one-timer. Jabin at the point. Now to Lavoie. Lavoie shoots it in front, gets blocked off. It hit Regan Garot. Puck stays in to Jabin. Now to Drapeau. Drapeau back to Jabin. Camille Richard on the ice. Jabin shoots it in front. Can't find Bidier. Back to Drapeau. Long pass will go down the ice. Jordan Verbeek will corral it. And we'll just leave it behind for Jabin as Concordia makes some changes. Jabin manages to go around Turcotte. Has Santerre in front of her. But now we'll just slow play down. 25 seconds left on the power play.
As much as you can celebrate Bishop's great penalty kill, a lot of it has been very self-inflicted from Concordia, just missed passes and miscues.
Lucier with speed in the middle will shoot it straight into the glove of Ika Gagnon, and now a shove blocker by Gagnon. Referee gonna go talk to Gagnon after the play. No penalty called. And we'll have 12 seconds left on the power play for Concordia.
I understand both sides of the story here. Erika Gagnon maybe felt that she was about to get snowed because Lucier was coming in full speed, but you also got to understand Lucier's side. She was coming in full speed on a break. It's hard to stop yourself that quickly, and she didn't even touch her crease.
Now Micote on the backhand will find Santerre. Penalty about to expire here. As Santerre will just circle back, and we're back to 5-on-5. Marie Bonhomme finds a pass on the other side for Laforme. Now it goes to Naomi Cote, but it takes an awkward bounce, and it's an offside on the play. Whistle sounds, and will refire just on the outskirts of Bishop's zone, outskirts of Concordia zone, I should say.
Both teams continue to struggle. No, you were right, Max. It's going to be on the outside of Bishop's zone, back and forth. But like I was saying, Concordia continue to struggle to get any great offense on the power play. I'd say about at least 28 of these 34 shots have come on 5-on-5 hockey. We had those short stints of 4-on-3 on 4-on-4, so I'm not including those. But it's just been a lot of 5-on-5 hockey, both goals coming on the 5-on-5.
Robinson, backhander, will get intercepted. Now a chance here for Bouchard. She'll shoot it, but overcooks it. Goes over the net, and goes all the way back to neutral ice for Cameron Johnson. Johnson's pass can't find Belfast. Puck dumped away, deflected away, out of play. Whistle sounds. We'll have a face-off with just under 5.5 minutes gone by in the third period. We remain tied at 1. Concordia doubling the shots of Bishops. 34-17.
For both teams, it's been the first line to score the goal, so you really wonder, is it going to be this 2, 3, and 4 for both teams that can make a difference in this third period?
Robinson back to Jabin. Jabin goes back to her defender partner. Puck along the right boards. Robinson loses it for a second. Chouinard will go around her. Jabin trying to circle it around the boards. Fontaine blocks it. Kicked by Jabin. Puck behind the net. Turcotte trying to wrap around in front. Will go to Fontaine. Fontaine trying to go on the backhand. Puck's loose. Turcotte with a shot. Will go wide to the left side. Jabin trying to get it back. Chouinard on the wraparound herself. Gets knocked over. No call. Fontaine trying to pass it for Turcotte. Turcotte shoots it. Will get deflected away by Verbeek. Pelowick can't get to the puck. Fontaine keeps it in. Puck along the boards. Parent will backhand it away. And now could be a partial breakaway for Pelowick if she can reach for it. Pelowick shoots it. Will go over the net, over the bar. Bidzier can't keep it. It'll go to Fontaine for the Gators. Sianti and Bidzier stick tap each other. No call. McIntyre to Richard. Richard to Furlong, delayed offside. Richard will touch it. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off as Bishops wanted a penalty on the slash from Bidzier. Referees say no, as things starting to get a bit more chippy between both sides. Concordia have the lone power play in this third period, but that doesn't mean that the discipline could not come back to bite them later on.
BU fans definitely showing their displeasure with the referees at the moment. We're hearing some chants from the crowd.
McIntyre to Lucier. Lucier backhands it, will find Thibault on the right corner, trying to pass it back in front, blocked off by Garreau. She'll find a pass to the captain, Santerre. Santerre's pass will go to Sianti, now to Bouchard. Rosalie Bouchard trying to go around McIntyre, still Bouchard with a one-hand pass, will find Côté. But now it goes to Thibault. Thibault's pass intercepted by Santerre, but Lucier there to recover, and the puck will all the way back down the ice for Gagnon. Less than 13 minutes to go in the third period. You see it trying to shoot in front. Puck takes a couple bounces. Still loose. Thibault pushes it forward. And we'll go to Gabriel Santerre. A Concordia player looks like potentially gone back to the locker room. We'll try and keep an eye out on what's happening there as Naomi Côté shoots in and she'll go for a change. Caron. Now to Pelowick. Pelowick dumps it away to the left side. Chasing after is Laforme. She'll get there first, but a forecheck by Courtney Rice gives an opportunity pass in front. Awkward by the Gators. As now it goes to Lavoie. Lavoie hit, she'll shoot it. Saved by Gagnon. And Gagnon with a push to Courtney Rice as she didn't appreciate Rice stepping in front of her. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off. And from our vantage point, it's Rachel McIntyre that's talking with the athletic therapists. We'll see if she'll be able to continue this game. She's next to the bench, so things might look comfortable for her if she can come back.
She took a bit of an awkward spill in the defensive zone there. We know that she's struggled with some knee problems, missing a good portion of this season already, joining the team later in the season. Hopefully everything's all good there. She's back sitting on the bench at the moment.
Courtney Rice keeps possession in Bishop's zone. Puck will go to the point for Caron. Caron shoots it in front, will go wide to the right side. Around the boards it goes. Laramie will push it to Brassard. Velpass will push it into Gator zone. Back to Miguel Laramie, but Concordia managed to keep it in. So they Velpass passing in front, nobody home. Courtney Rice trying to go for a shot, can't get there. Caron will shoot it in front, takes a couple bounces. Puck still loose, finally cleared away by the Gators to the left side. Caron will keep it in. Aspavutamite is trying to push it out. Not successful in her attempt. Now goes back to Velpass. She'll shoot it from an awkward angle, saved by Gagnon, and she'll just push it to the corner. Puck around the boards. We'll go back to Laramie. Megan Laramie goes to the left side around one player. Still Laramie with it. Will push it and dump it as Bishops were making changes. Verbeek will backhand it. And Concordia trying to move out. Jobin's pass intercepted by Camille Marie-Bonhomme. Marie-Bonhomme falls to the ice. Go back to the point for Bertrand. She'll shoot in front. Takes the deflection. Will go wide to the right side. Lafrenière keeps it in. Avery Amos there to help. Now a collision in the middle of the ice. It's going to be touched by Bertrand. And it's going to be an interference penalty on Camille Marie-Bonhomme on Rosalie Parent. Referee's going to say that Parent could have potentially had a break, and Marie Bonhomme blocked her path. Bishop's fans not happy, but it's a power play nonetheless upcoming for Concordia with just under 11 minutes to go in the third period.
Timeout taken by Concordia here. Trying to write up a game plan off this face-off, hoping to create some offense quickly. And you got to understand from the BU fans' perspective, it's a tough penalty to call, but from the referee's perspective, when you see that much contact, that big of a hit, you got to expect there's going to be a penalty on one way, and for the referees, they felt that they saw it more on the Bishop side.
Big question here, Oliver. Does head coach Lichu go back to the power play system that worked, that got them that 33%, or do you just stand tall with what you've set up in this game?
Personally, I'm going with that first line. They've scored so many power play goals so far this season. They looked so solid so far this season. You want a quick goal. You want to break the ice here in the third period. Personally, I would, but it looks like she's sticking with what has been working all game so far. Not working all game, I guess, but what she's been going with all game.
Lavoie on the face-off against Turcotte on the right side of Erika Gagnon. Face-off won by Bishops. It's Turcotte with possession. Turcotte will clear it down, blocked off by Drapeau, but not enough as it goes to neutral ice. Jobin trying to break off of Chouinard, and she'll leave it off for Lavoie. Lavoie with speed on the left side. Still Lavoie, leaves it behind for Pelowick. Pelowick trying to pass off for Lavoie, can't control it. Cianci will get there first, knocks it around the board. Jobin will block. Jobin to Drapeau. To the point for Lavoie, but the puck goes between her skates, and the puck goes all the way back down the ice. Bishops will make some changes quickly. Drapeau loses possession for a second. Vidier there to help. Puck around the boards it goes. Santerre with it will backhand it. Lavoie will knock it out of the air. They'll call the high stick on the play. Lavoie frustrated. Whacks her stick to the bench, and another whack against Côté. No penalty called. And we'll have a face-off just outside the Bishop zone with 10:07 left in the third period. Gabriel Santerre looking for a penalty on the slash, but isn't going to get one.
Most of the mistakes that are happening, most of the pucks getting cleared are Concordia mistakes themselves. Players just not being in the right spots, passes that people aren't receiving properly. Really got to get set up here on this power play if you want to get a goal.
Well, bad luck here for Concordia as Santerre killing a little more time here. Puck will go now to Camille Richard. Richard across for Lucier. Lucier, pass it back to Caron. Caron to Richard. Richard waits, goes down low. Thibault for shot saved by Gagnon. Rebound loose in front. Backhander from Parent, can't get a shot off. And the puck will go to neutral ice as Erika Gagnon keeps this game tied at 1. Now a pass will go to Santerre. She'll lose possession for a second, and now Côté will be able to clear it away. 33 seconds and counting left on the power play.
Probably Concordia's best opportunity on the power play all game. A beautiful set play. Finds the shooter on the red line, but another great save by Gagnon as she has 36 saves already this game.
Emilie Lucier to Rosalie Parent. Parent gets poked off the puck from Cianci. Cameron Johnson trying to get the puck back for Bishop, but it goes to Lucier, backhander to Caron. 8 seconds left on the power play. Now it goes back to Lucier. Lucier shoots it in front, takes the deflection. Parent with the backhander. Puck is still loose and will be taken over by Bishops. Puck will go down and it will hit the linesman by accident, and Caron gets it back. Caron leaves it to Parent. Parent to Thibault. Thibault trying to pass it in front. Puck still loose behind the net. Now taken by Anne-Sophie Bertrand. Camille-Marie Bonhomme could have been on a breakaway, but it's bad luck again for Bishops. Puck to neutral ice. Noémie Fontaine will break out. Fontaine all alone in the zone of Concordia as Bishops went for a change. Fontaine trying to fight against Émile Lavoie. Courtney Rice's pass will find the stick of Juliette Leroux. Leroux with pace. Still Leroux on the left side. Will pass it to Velpass. Will lose the puck between her skates. Puck still loose. Lafrenière trying to get it back. Unsuccessful in her attempt. Courtney Rice will knock a player down. Puck will go to the right side as McIntyre is back on the ice here. Good sign for Concordia. Puck move forward. Megan Laramie trying to go around McIntyre. Unable to get to it. McIntyre finds Courtney Rice. Rice on the backhand, goes back to McIntyre. She'll activate as a forward. Still McIntyre, dumps it in. 7:40 left in the third period, tied at 1. Gagnon on the backhand to Jordan Laforme. Laforme can't find Lafrenière. He'll go to the captain for Concordia, Jessimo Drapeau. Drapeau pushes it in front of the penalty box. Puck still loose. Thibault fighting to get after it. Will shoot it and will get deflected off the linesman again. And this one goes to Lucie. Lucie trying to backhand it in front, blocked off by the Gators. Drapeau, her backhander, can't find a target. Jordan Laforme with possession now for the Gators. She'll move it out. And a big hit by Lucie into Jordan Laforme. And that's a penalty against Concordia. It's Lucie that will go to the box. And it's a power play opportunity coming up for the Gators. And Santerre with a couple words to Drapeau before she goes back to the bench. And a big opportunity coming up here for the Gators.
Lucie with a little bit too much speed there when she went for the check, driving the Bishops forward into the boards. It'll be Bishop's first opportunity on the power play in this third period. A great opportunity for them now after they've killed off 2 penalties. Little bit of momentum there. Maybe to get a 2-1 lead here late in the third.
Turcotte works on the backhand, will shoot it, will hit the side of the net. Santerre with it. Trying to block off Parent. Still Santerre with it at the point. Santerre, wrist shot blocked by Parent. Puck loose in front. Jose Parent trying to clear it. Shot attempt to clear it by Concordia, blocked by Garreau at the point. Will go to Turcotte. Turcotte waits. Back skates to the point. Now it goes to Garreau, to Santerre. Back to Turcotte. Turcotte to Garreau. Garreau can't keep control of the puck. Lavoie will knock her into the boards and try to use some clock. Minute 22 left on the power play for Bishops. It's Lavoie with possession. Lavoie will flick it over, and chasing after is Pelowick. Gagnon will get there first and will just knock it to the left corner. Pelowick trying to get back possession. Unsuccessful. It will go to Santerre, and the Gators will reset. Santerre with speed on the left side. Still Santerre cuts to the middle. Alone in Concordia zone as Bishops made some changes. Still Santerre with it. Looking for a passing lane. We'll go to the point for Marie Bonhomme. Down inside. Save by Verbeek. Côté will get checked into the boards by Richard. Dumped away by Béatrice Caron. And chasing after is Jessimo Drapeau as Camille Marie Bonhomme will circle back with possession for the Gators.
BU fans looking for a penalty there on Camille Richard up for that check, but it's hard to call a penalty on somebody who's 6'3", almost a foot taller than pretty much every other player out there on the ice.
30 seconds left on the power play here for Bishops. It's Naomi Côté with it. Wrist shot will go wide to the left side. Lafrenière with it. Now back to Côté. Back to Lafrenière. Lafrenière backhands it to the point for Marie Bonhomme. Now to Bertrand. To Chouinard. Chouinard shoots it. Saved by Verbeek off the pads. Alexis Bidier now with possession. It's a partial 2-on-2. Bidier works. Will cut towards the middle. Still Bidier trying to pass it back for Drapeau. Nobody home, but it goes back to BT. Power play has expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Chouinard to Lafrenière. Lafrenière goes around one Concordia player, and now we'll just dump it away. Deflects off a stick. No, they'll say it's an icing call against the Bishops Gators as Laramie wasn't able to get there first. We'll have a face-off in Gator zone with less than 5 minutes to go in the third period. We remain tied at 1.
A high-pressure penalty kill there by the Stingers, and then they quickly get rewarded with an icing. So some tired legs out there for Bishops, and a great opportunity for the Stingers to hopefully get one back on the board here to take a 2-1 lead late in this third period. And one thing I got to say, Max, that impresses me so much is the linesman's abilities to say who is meant to be on the ice at what time, because there was about 10 people changing on each side there, and he knew who to bring onto the ice.
A big hit by Courtney Rice on Cianci, but the Gators managed to keep possession. Puck to neutral ice, now in Concordia territory. Laramie trying to go around McIntyre, unsuccessful. Courtney Rice with possession for the Gators with Concordia, but now a pass in front by Bertrand. Couldn't find Laramie. And now Concordia get it back. Fell past Timmy Lucie. Lucie all alone on her right side. Still Lucie with it. Gets knocked into the right corner. Concordia making some changes. Velpass there to help Lucie. Puck will go back to Miguel Laramie. Her pass only find a stick of Béatrice Caron. Now to Lavoie. Lavoie shoots it in front. Takes a couple deflections. Lucie with a shot saved by Gagnon. Beadsy was trying to go for the rebound, but Gagnon covered it up. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off, 4:07 left in the third.
You got to understand the frustration from the Bishop side. Concordia has been looking for the rebounds, but then on the other side, you also got to understand, as a coach, you're always going to say, look for rebounds, especially on a shot like that. A slow trickler from the point, Lucier with a second attempt, and then Bézier is just following up on a third attempt.
Face off on the right side of Erika Gagnon. It's Santerre against Parent. Face off won by Parent. Pelowick trying to leave it behind for Jobin. Manages to keep it in, but her backhander will hit Jobin. And now it goes to Chouinard. Chouinard to Côté. Côté trying to shoot it in front. It gets blocked off by Chouinard by accident. Côté steps back on the backhand. Trying to backhand it in front. Backhander attempt. Could not find the target. It was Santerre that went for the shot. Santerre against Parent. Still Santerre. Bishop's captain working on the backhand forehand, trying to spin around Parent. Unsuccessful. Parent pokes it away. Now she'll try to go around Johnson. Still Parent fight for it. Has possession. Will circle around. Looking for a passing lane. Will get blocked off by Bishops. And it's the Gators captain, Santerre, to get back possession. Santerre, long pass, will find Chouinard, trying to go around Émilie Lavoie. Still Sandrine Chouinard, trying to go for a shot across. He'll hit the stick of Verbeek. Zoe Thibault now with it for Concordia, will just push it up ice. Lafome gets after it, and they'll call the icing on the play. 3:06 remaining in the third period. Face-off down in Concordia zone.
What an effort by Rosalie Parent there. Gets the block shot, keeps the puck, and then tosses it ahead. Out-hustling the Bishops player, out-muscling the Bishops player. Unable to get a shot off in the end, but does a great job of clearing the zone and letting some of her teammates change.
Face-off won by Concordia. Émilie Lavoie tries to dump it around the boards. Turcotte blocks it. It goes to Fontaine. Fontaine gets stripped up by Thibault, and it will be a tripping call against Zoe Thibault. And it will be a power play upcoming for Bishops. 2:56 remaining in the third period. Timeout called by the Gators as they have a big opportunity here late in this game.
Both teams taking 2 penalties so far this period, but Concordia's both at worst times, I'd say. One with 5 minutes remaining and now one with 2:56 left on the clock. A really untimely penalty, and both times it is 2 huge penalty killers for the Stingers. First time it was Émilie Lucier, and now this time it's Zoe Thibault. So 2 people we see on the first and second penalty kill lines in the box. Somebody else gonna have to replace them. A huge opportunity. I don't even think I can find a word for Bishops to get an opportunity here to potentially win this game with 2:56 remaining, and they can have up to 2 minutes of that on the 5-on-4.
Bishops are looking to get their first win of 2026. Concordia tried to remain undefeated after an 8-game winning streak here. Face-off won by Bishops, so goes to Turcotte. Now to Fontaine. Fontaine, snapshot. Puck loose in front, saved by Verbeek! Puck goes to the right corner. Gabriel Santerre with it. Santerre waits, stops back to Fontaine. Fontaine circles back on the backhand. Still Noémie Fontaine gets knocked over. Pushed into the right corner. Puck still loose. Lucien knocks it out of the air. Concordia trying to clear it, can't do so. Fontaine with a shot, gets blocked in front. Bouchard clears it, and down the ice it goes. Gagnon will recover, but Lucien now on the forecheck. Backhander will go to Turcotte. Turcotte circles it around the boards for Garreau. It'll go to Gabriel Santerre. Bishop's captain will move it up the ice. Has to go around Rosalie Parent, is able to do so. Goes on the left side. Still Santerre around Camille Richard. Behind the net, working on the backhand with one hand. Well, backhand pass, it gets knocked into the boards, but finds Garreau. Now goes Anne-Sophie Bertrand. Backhand pass will go back to the point for Garreau, but she can't control it. 45 seconds and counting left on the power play for Bishops.
Jordan Verbeek with a save of the year candidate. What an unreal save. Oh my goodness, sprawling across the ice to stop Bouchard's shot. Unbelievable play from Verbeek there.
Anne-Sophie Bertrand with it. Bertrand Can't find Chouinard. Puck to neutral ice. Caron will just dump it. Hits the line official. And goes to the right corner. Lucier fighting against Côté. Côté will back in it to Marie Bonhomme. 15 seconds left on the power play for Bishops. Puck cleared down again by Jobin. Lucier trying to go around Chouinard. Lucier gets it for a second. Penalty about to expire. 1 minute left in the third period. We are tied at 1. Annika Lafrenière on the right side. We're back to 5-on-5. Lafrenière, backhander. Try a shot by Chouinard. Pad save. Rebound save by Verbeek again. Puck goes to Lafrenière for the Gators. Pressure not over for Concordia. Marie Bonhomme shoots it in front, takes a deflection, goes off a helmet in front. Côté trying to backhand it. Thibault blocks. It'll go to Bidier. 2-on-2 on the other side. Bidier goes around, coming Marie Bonhomme, and a penalty coming up against Bishops. As Marie Bonhomme gets called for a second penalty of the period. Interference is the call, and Concordia will have 25.3 seconds on the power play in the third period, and if need be, they will start overtime on the power play as well.
Wow, some unreal hockey being played by both sides here. Jordan Verbeek is standing tall in net. 2 huge saves on that penalty kill, and then the defenders do the rest, keeping it in Bishop's zone. And right after the kill, they draw a penalty. So like you said, Max, at least 25 seconds of power play opportunities in the third period, and it could carry over into overtime as well.
Face off on the left side of Gagnon, won by Bishops, but taken over by Concordia. At the point for Jobin. Now to Drapeau. 18 seconds left in the period. Bidier to the point for Jobin. Jobin to Lavoie. 10 seconds left. Lavoie leaves it back for Jobin. Jobin shoots it in front, takes the deflection, saved by the blocker of Gagnon. Cianci in the corner, trying to use the last remaining seconds, and she will be successful as we are off to overtime here at Edmar Arena. We are tied at 1.
Last time these two teams saw each other, it was the exact same scoreline, and we needed overtime to fix it. And we have the exact same thing here tonight at Edmar Arena. It is 1-1 after 3 periods. But the one big difference is Concordia gets at least a minute 35 of power play to start off overtime. So a huge opportunity for them to start with offense and start with some momentum going into the overtime period.
What a third period this has been. Big moments, big saves. Can also say missed opportunities on both sides. And we remain tied at 1. Concordia look to stay undefeated in 2026. Bishops looking for their first win of the new year. Faceoff will be at center ice. 4-on-3. An advantage for Concordia, to say the least. The question becomes, who goes on the ice for Concordia?
I think you have to trust your first line. You have to go with Lavoie, you have to go with Drapeau, and you have to go with Lucier. 3 of your fastest players, 3 of your most skilled skaters, and especially in an open ice, you want your speed, you want shooting. So you'd expect those 3 to be out there a lot during this overtime period.
So it's Bidier, Drapeau, Lavoie, and Jobin on the ice for Concordia. For Bishops, it is Santerre, Garot, and Cianci. So 1 forward, 2 defenders for the Gators. 2 forwards, technically 3 with Lavoie, and 1 defender in Jobin. Who will come out of this overtime with the victory? We shall see. Face-off won by Concordia. It's Jessimo Drapeau with it. Long pass to Lavoie on the left side. Enters the zone. Circles around the net. Lavoie waits, goes to the point for Jobin. Jobin to Lavoie. Back to Jobin. Back to Lavoie. Lavoie waits, looking, circles back. Goes to the point for Jobin. Now to Drapeau. Drapeau shoots it, takes a deflection off the stick of Cianci, hits the top of the netting over the glass. Whistle sounds. We'll have a face-off. Minute 7 left on the power play for Concordia, and just under 30 seconds gone by in overtime.
You could see that was a bit of a set play, trying to set up Drapeau on that left side. You see them during every warm-up At the end of warm-up, Lavoie sends one-timers over to Drapeau. And you can see that's what they're trying to set up there. They're yet to score on the power play tonight. And no better time to score on the power play than right now and win this hockey game.
Turcotte and Johnson on the ice now for the Gators. Puck to the point for Jabin. Now to Drapeau. Drapeau back to Jabin. Concordia patient with this. One slap shot from Lavoie, saved by the pad of Gagnon. Now to Lavoie, behind the net, trying to go around Johnson. Gets blocked off. Turcotte trying to clear it. Will be successful as the puck will go to neutral ice. Jabin circles all the way back. Santerre will go for a change. Jabin, long pass to Thibault. Thibault on the right side. Waits. Wrist shot saved by Gagnon. Hit her pad and then was able to cover it up. 33 seconds left in the power play and over a minute gone by in overtime.
You got Pelowick, you got Thibault, you got Lucier, and you got Camille Richard out there now for Concordia. A few great shooters. You got to expect a set play coming back to Émilie Lucier.
Face off one by the Gators, but it's Pelowick with it. Pelowick knocked into the boards by Garreau. Now to Thibault. Thibault pokes it to Lucier. Lucier to the point for Richard. 20 seconds left on the power play for Concordia. Lucier waits. Wrist shot off the post. Rebound scores! Overtime winner, Ekaterina Pelowick. And Concordia wins by a final score of 2-1.
What a game of hockey we have just watched, Max, and what an overtime period. I said it, Lucier, you expect a set play. She skates up like that every time on the power play to the top of the point, and she puts a wrister on net. It catches a deflection, and who else but Pelowick is sitting in front of the net to tap it in and end this hockey game exactly how the last matchup ended.
It was a goalie duel from beginning to end, but at the end of the day, Concordia keeps their undefeated streak in 2026 alive, and Bishops will have to wait until Sunday at 3:30 at Jane and Eric Molson Arena to try and get their first win of 2026.
You really got to feel for Erica Gagnon. She made 41 saves tonight. That is unreal. Like you said, Max, a goalie duel. Jordan Verbeek herself, 24 saves. But to have 43 shots against you and only allow 2 goals is insanely impressive. And it's not an easy feat as all, as you see 2 of the best goalies going head-to-head here tonight. One of the best matchups, one of the ones that we wait for all the time in the RSEQ, Concordia Bishops. The only team to tarnish Concordia's perfect record so far, that one loss, came against Bishops. So a great job there by Concordia to keep their 2026 winning streak alive.
Handshakes conclude. Concordia will salute the crowd. And now it's a big stretch coming up here, Oliver, for Concordia, as they will be on the road against Bishops on Sunday. And that's the beginning of a 4-game road trip for the Stingers on the back half of this regular season. So a big test coming up for Concordia.
And they're playing tough teams too. Bishops away and Montreal as well. 2 of the best teams in the RSAQ, and Montreal assumably still winning. The last time we checked, they were up 2-0 against McGill. They have been hot to start 2026.
As mentioned, the next game between Concordia and Bishops is on Sunday at Jane and Eric Molson Arena. That game set for 3:30 p.m. But for tonight, this will conclude our broadcast of the Concordia Stingers facing off against the Bishops Gators. Final score is a victory for Concordia, 2-1 in overtime. From our partner, Oliver Richmond, I've been Maxime Cadotte. Thank you all for watching. For everyone at the production team and everyone at the stats team, we wish you all